Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ranjit Pawar. Welcome you in this video on the topic of overall structure of DBMS. DBMS acts as interface between the user and the database. The user requests the DBMS to perform various operations such as insert, delete, update and retrieval of a database. The components of DBMS perform these requested operations on the database and provide necessary data to the users. A database system is partitioned into modules that deals with each of the responsibilities of the overall system. Here in this video, we will discuss various components and their functionalities. The learning outcome is to understand the overall structure of DBMS. At the end of this video, you will able to learn various components of DBMS system and its functionality. Database system is broadly divided into query processor and storage manager. You will able to learn types of database users, components of query processor and storage manager. The structure of database management system contains three basic components, that is user level, DBMS level and physical level. There are different types of users who interacts with database. They can use different tools or interfaces to access data from databases. At DBMS level, query processor processes the particular request of a user and send a proper instructions to storage manager. Storage manager stores or retrieves data from disk or any other physical media as per the requirement of a user. Students, we will see more detail about this in this next part of a video. The first level is users level. There are four different types of database users differentiated by the way they expect to interact with the system. Different types of user interfaces have been designed for the different types of users. The first user is Navy user. Navy users are unsophisticated users who interact with the system by invoking one of the application programs that have been written previously. For example, consider a user who wishes to find her account balance over the World Wide Web. Such a user may access a form where he or she enters the account number. An application program at the web server then retrieves the account balance using the given account number and passes this information back to the user. The second user is application programmers. Application programmers are the computer professionals who write application programs. Application programmers can choose from many tools to develop user interfaces. Programmers write application programs to interact with databases. Third user, that is sophisticated users who interacts with system without writing programs. Instead, they form their request either using a database query language. They are called as analyst users. They take help of online analytical processing tools, that is OLAP, or data mining tools for data analysis or to find some required data patterns. The next user is database administrator, DBA. One of the main reasons for using DBMS is to have central control of both the data and the programs that access those data. A person who has such a central control over the system is called database administrator. It is responsible for managing the whole database system. He designs, creates, and maintains the database. He manages the users who can access the database and controls integrity usage. The functions of DBA includes the first, schema definition, second, granting of authorization for data access, third, routine maintenance. For example, examples of routine maintenance are periodically backing up database to prevent loss of data, ensuring that enough free disk space is available for normal operations, and upgrading disk space as required. Third one, monitoring jobs running on the databases and ensuring the performance of the system. So this is all about database users. The database system is partitioned into modules that deals with each of the responsibilities of the overall system. The functional components of database system can be broadly divided into storage manager and query processor components. The storage manager is important because databases typically require a large amount of storage space. Some big organizations database ranges from gigabytes to terabytes. So the main memory of a computers cannot store this much information. The information is stored on disks. Data are moved between disk storage and the main memory as needed. The query processor also very important because it helps the database system simplify and facilitate the access to data. So quick processing of updates and queries is important. It is a job of database system to translate updates and the queries written in non-procedural languages. Data is finally stored physically to disk. Data is organized into data files and data dictionary. Indices and statistical data is maintained at the disk for fast retrieval of data. Query processor. The query processor component contains DDL interpreter, where DDL means data definition language. The DDL interpreter, which interprets DDL statements and records the definitions in data dictionary. Second component is DML compiler, which translates DML statements in a query language into low-level instructions that the query evaluation engine understands. A query can usually be translated into any of a number of alternative evaluation plans that all give the same results. The DML compiler also performs query optimization, that is, it picks a lowest cost evaluation plan from among the alternatives. The next one, that is query evaluation engine, which executes low level instructions generated by DML compiler and generates instructions for storage manager. The next component is storage manager. A storage manager is a program module that provides the interface between low level data stored in databases and application programs and the queries submitted to the system. The storage manager is responsible for the interaction with the file manager. The raw data is stored on the disk using the file system, which is usually provided by conventional operating system. The storage manager translates the various DML statements into low-level file system commands. Thus, the storage manager is responsible for storing, retrieving, and updating data in the databases. The storage manager components includes the first, that is Authorization and Integrity Manager, which tests for satisfaction of integrity constraints and checks the authority of users to access data. The second one, that is Transaction Manager, which ensures that the database remains in a consistent state despite system failures and that concurrent transaction executions proceed without conflicting. The third one, that is File Manager, which manages the allocation of a space on the disk storage and the data structures used to represent information stored on the disk. The next is Buffer Manager, which is responsible for fetching data from disk storage into main memory and deciding what data to cache in the main memory. The buffer manager is the critical part of database system since it enables the database to handle data sizes that are much larger than the size of the main memory. And the last one, that is called transaction manager. But transaction is a collection of operations that performs a single logical function in the database applications. Each transaction is a unit of both atomicity and consistency. Thus, we require that transactions do not violate any database consistency constraints. That is, if database was consistent when transaction is started, the database must be consistent when the transaction successfully terminates. The transaction manager ensures that the database remains in the consistent state despite system failures and transaction failures. At physical disk storage, various data structures are used. Data files, it stores the databases. Data dictionary, it stores metadata, that is data about data, the data about structures of databases. Indices, which provides fast access to data items that hold particular values. And the next, that is statistical data, it stores statistical information about the data in the database. This information is used by the query processor to select efficient ways to execute the query. So this is all about overall structure of DBMS. Thank you.